Okay. Or else another option is for each and every column, there is a drop down is there or not. Using drop down, you can directly filter the column values. Let's see. Suppose, for example, which I want to filter this column values. Then what you have to do? See, for each and every column, see here, there is a drop down is there or not? Click on this drop down. If you click on this drop down, see, you can sort the columns. Okay. So if you want to filter it, see, directly you can filter what values are required. By default, it is selected all the values. Suppose if you are not selecting anything and click on OK, then what it is showing? Empty. Because you are not selecting, that's the reason it is showing empty. Understand clearly or not? Suppose, for example, you required only few of the values, not all the values. Suppose, for example, I want August as well as June. You are selecting these two. Then what will happen? Those two values, whichever you are selecting or whichever you are checked, those values only you can see. Whichever values you can uncheck it, those values are removed. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? So if you want to filter the column values means very, very important. If you want to filter the column values means using parameter, no need to use the parameter and filter the column values directly. Whichever column values you want to filter it, you can click on the drop down for each and every column drop down is there or not. And click on the drop down directly, whichever values you required it, you have to select those values and see here and click on OK. Understand clearly or not? See, suppose for example, if you filter any column values like this, August only t-shirt. If I want to clear that filter means I'm applying the filter on that column. If I want to clear the filter means two ways are there. Either you can remove that particular step, the filter row step is added, right? That step directly can remove from here. Okay. Or else another way is also there. Suppose, for example, again, click on this drop down. One option is you can remove the step in the applied step. That is the first option. Another option is also there. Click on the drop down again. And there is an option, clear filter option is there. Clear this one. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? So is that now you in this drop down, you know how to sort a column, sort ascending or descending. You can sort like this. Click for each and every column, these same options will be there. Okay. Sort ascending and descending. Clear sort. If you, after sorting that one, if you want to clear the sort, then you have to use. If you want to clear the filter, whatever filter you applied, if you want to clear the filter for that particular column, clear filter. Okay. Remove empty. What is remove empty filter? Empty records, whatever it is there, those it will be removed. Next one is this option is also there. What is this option? This option is filtering the column values. These options are directly you can filter the column values or clear the filter values. But this option is conditional based filtering. That means operator, using operator, you can give value must and should. Based on that, it will filter is applied. Suppose let's see in this text filter, there are see here. These are the different operators. Equals means is equal to. Does not equals means not equal to. Begins with means starts with. And does not begins with means not starts with. Like this. Whichever operator you required it, you have to select the operator. After clicking on the operator, here it will comes. And you need to give what value you need to filter. That value you must and should you need to give it here. Okay. What is that one? Suppose, for example, I'm giving April here. In this text box, you have to give the value. Okay. And click on. Okay. See here. Understand clearly? This is also another way filter. But most of the times, if you want to filter the column values means click on this drop down and directly you can apply the filters. Okay. Or else this is option also there to but if you are using this option means in the text box manually you have to give the value must and should. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Very, very important. Okay, if you want to apply the filter for column values, you have to use this drop down option and apply the filters. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Is that clear or not? How we can remove the duplicate values? How we can remove the duplicate values? What option is there? Where that option is there?
Recording in
Transform data
progress.
options, no need to touch DAX functions. That's the reason. Remember each and every option. Okay. Tomorrow we discuss again. What are the transform data options? What are all the things are there? Once again, we need to review tomorrow. Okay. Don't worry. In transform data. Okay. Remove duplicate. This is the one of the option. Is there any option? Is there any other option to remove the duplicates? Hmm? Right click on that particular column. You will see remove duplicate string. Is there any other option? Anyone? See, only these two options we have. Another option is also there to remove the duplicates. What option it is? Custom column. Using M-language formula, we can remove the duplicate. So whatever options we use it in transform data, all the options we can do it in the custom column also. But you have to write M-language formulas. Understand clearly? Not? Any doubts in this one? Okay. Next one. See here. How can we extract the characters based on the delimiter? how we can extract the characters based on the delimiter. You understand the first you understand the question or not? Tell me. Based on the delimiter, I want to extract the characters. What option is there? Did I ask to split the column into multiple columns? No. This is different. Extract, that means I have some text is there. In that, I want to extract the part of the string. Understand? Suppose there is a Vijay Ramaraju is there. I want to extract Rama. Understand or not? That means in a cell, there is a text will be there. In that text, I want to extract the part of the string. Okay. Then what options are there? What options? Very good. Nagadurga. Very good. Extract, not split column. See, don't confuse here. Extract and split column both are similar like that only. Split column is based on the delimiter, split it into multiple columns. Extract option is in the existing string. If you want to extract the part of the string, that means in that you want to extract, you want to take one part and display it in another column. Then we have to use extract. Understand? You understand the difference between split column and extract? If you want to split the single column into multiple columns, you have to use split column. Okay. So if you want to extract based, see, both are in both the options, we are using delimiters only. In both the options, delimiter must and should required, but both are different. Split column based on the delimiter, we can split it into multiple columns. Okay. In extract, in the string, whatever it is there, in that part of the string, if you want to extract it, understand clearly or not? Then you have to use extract option. Okay. So see here, suppose for example, don't forget this transform data. If you know most 90% you can handle Power BI. If you are not preparing transform data, then you need to depend upon DAX functions. That's the reason each and every option in the transform data in fingertips you have it. Understand? See here. Suppose where the extract option is there. See here. Under transform data, there is an extract option is there or not? Click on this extract option. You will see length, first characters, last characters, range, text before delimiter, after delimiter, between delimiter. What option it is there? See here. We can extract the characters based on the delimiter. Then what option we have to use? Text before delimiter, after delimiter, between delimiter. These three options in the extract we have to use. Understand clearly or not? You understand the difference between split column and extract, right? Hmm? How we can display month number based on month name? You understand? First, you need to understand this question. How we can display month number based on month name column. I have a month name column is there. What is the month name column? See, this is the month name column, right? Based on this column, I want to generate month number. What option it is there? Anyone? Online team? See, this is the mistake everyone is doing. Okay. Not the date option. Okay. Date option, for which related columns it date option will works? You understand my question or not? Date option will works for which related columns it is? Date column. If you have the data type is date, then for that particular date data type of columns only, date options will works. But what is this date column it is? Huh? So what is the data type for that? Huh? Text, character, character type of column. For character type of column, can we apply the date option? See here, when you click on date options here, is this options are available? It isn't disabled because it's a character. For character related or numeric related or a decimal related, this date option won't works. Only date option will works for which type of columns? The date column data type. So see here, what is this column? Date. How you can say? Because the data type is date. That's the reason this is the date column. For these related columns only, we can apply the date option. But for character related, can we apply the date option? No. Then now tell me. I have a month name column is there. Month name column, which data type it is? Character data. By using the character data type column, I want to generate a month number. Based on month name column, I want to generate a month number. What option it is then? I already clearly explained to you. Very, very important scenario. This is the one. What option it is there? In add column, there is an option called conditional column. What is that? Using conditional column, can we generate month number or not? Very, very important. Okay. Based on the month name column, I want to generate a month number, or else based on month number column, I want to generate month name. What option it is there? Conditional column. Very, very important option. Remember this one. I have month name column is there. Based on month name column, I want to generate month number, or I have month number column is there. Based on month number column, I want to generate month name. Then what option it is there? Conditional column. Very, very important. Vijay, how we can apply with the conditional column? Do you know how to apply this? See here, when you click on this conditional column, what you need to write? See here, in conditional column, you have to select the operator month name. Okay, equals. For what value we need to generate this? How we can generate it here? Very good. What is the output? Like this, we can generate for all the months. See, that means in conditional column, in the existing column, what value is there you have to mention here, and what operator you required you need to mention. And for this particular value, that means in this column, if this value is there, what value is generated? 1. Suppose if you have the January 4 times it is there. 4 times 1 will be generated. Understand? Like this, click on add class, and like this you can generate up to 11 you have to click on this one. For the last one, you have to directly can give the output here. What is the output here? 12. 12 for which value it is? December. Other than the so 11 number, so only 12 it is there. That you need. Understand or not? Suppose if I have the month number column is there, I want to generate month name. Same option. Month number column, you have to select it here like this and give the value as 1. Here, what output? Understand or not? Very, 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 very important option. Most of the time, conditional column is used for I have the month name column. I want to generate month number, or I have the month name column is there. I want to generate month number, or else have a month number column. I want to generate month name using conditional column, because date option won't work. Because if I want to, based on the month name, I want to generate month number, means what is the month name column data type? It is character. From character to number, is it the date column option is applied? No. Suppose I have a month number column is there. What is the data type for month number column? Huh? Numeric data type. It's not a date data type. See, date option will works only for date data type of columns. Remember this point. Okay. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Difference between merge queries and append queries is very important option. In real time also, most of the times I have to use these options. Merge queries and append queries. What is merge queries and what is append queries? You know, right? What is merge queries? Where the merge queries option is there. In home tab, you will see merge queries and append queries. What is merge queries filter? Very good. Getting a column from another data set. If you want to get the column from another, suppose I have table 1, table 2 is there. Table 2 related columns, I want to add it in the table 1. Understand or not? Or else table 1 columns, I need to add it in the table 2. Understand? So then must and should you have to use what option? Merge queries option. If you want to apply the merge queries, what are the requirements we required it? Huh? What we required it? If you want to apply the merge queries, means what we required it? Very good. What is that? Common column is required. You know what is the rule for common column? Data type must and should be same. Similar values are required. Okay, that we can consider as a common column. Data type means if it is numeric here, here also you numeric. Okay, that means in each and every data set, only one common column is enough. Okay, one common column you can take it here, and that means in the first data set you need to take one common column. In the second data set also you need to take one common column. What is the common column rules? Data type must and should be same, and similar values are required. That means is the common column names are same? Not required. May or may not be. If suppose here in the first table common column is ID. In the second table common column is product ID. Different column names. If it is there, then also, but the data type is same or not, you have to check it. Similar values is there or not, you have to check it. In these two rules, if any of one condition is not satisfied, we cannot consider as a common column. Understand clearly or not? If you want to consider as a common column, means must and should what we required it. Data type must and should be same, and similar values are required. Understand clearly or not? So in merge queries, how many types of joins are there? In merge queries, how many types of joins are there? Huh? What are those 6 types of joins? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join. No. That is SQL Server. Power BI where this left outer join. In SQL Server also left outer join. Right outer join here and SQL Server also right outer join. Full outer join here also it is there. There also it is there. Inner join here also it is there. SQL Server inner join will be there. Up to here only both are same. After that here in left anti, right anti. Understand clearly or not? Left anti and right anti. Okay. These are the different types of joins. What is, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join? What is left anti and what is right anti? Tell me what is left anti. Very important. What is left anti? That's the reason daily you have to come. Huh? Whether SAR is there or not. Starting you are coming. In middle of the thing, you are missing all the class. You. Very good. What is left anti? The records which is there in the left table, not there in the right table. Very important. Left anti means the records which is there in the left table, not there in the right table, is called as left anti. Right anti means the records which is there in the right table, not there in the left table, is called as right anti. Very important. In these two only difference. Remaining all are same. In SQL Server, what left outer join? Here also left outer join. In SQL Server, what right outer join? Here also same right out. Full outer join, full outer join. Inner join, inner join. All are same. Only the difference is left anti and right anti. These two options only the difference will be there. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Huh? Next one. What is append queries? What is append queries? What is append queries? Very good. Combining the rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. Combining the rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. Understand or not? But what some one rule will be there in append. What is that rule? Hmm? Column name and data type must and should be same in all the data sets. Column name, data type, as well as number of columns in all the data sets also must and should be same. Data, whatever you have it. Suppose in the table 1, I have the data, different data is there. In table 2, I have a different data is there. Okay, only when you want to apply the append queries means data type and column name must and should be same. Understand clearly, no? Okay. This we already explained each and everything. Okay. This is very important option. What is that one? First unit, understand the question. how we can combine multiple Excel sheets into single data set. That means what is that? I will explain you this question. First of all, you understand this question. In a folder, I have multiple Excels are there. Okay. In each Excel, there are multiple sheets are there. If I'm pulling each sheet means how many data sets are created? One sheet will create one data set, right? From the Excel, if you are pulling one sheet data means one data set. Suppose 10 sheets means how many data sets are created? 10 data sets. Suppose I have five Excels are there. In each Excel, there are five sheets are there. If you pull all the Excels means how many data sets are created? 25. That means in each Excel, there are five sheets are there. There are five Excels are there. Okay. Then what will happen? 25 sheets are created. But in all the sheets, column names are same. Data only different. You understand my question or not? In all the sheets, column names as it is same in all the sheets. In each and every Excel, in each and every sheet, column names are same. But data is different. Understand? Data is different. Then, so when you are pulling each sheet data, what will happen? One data set it will create. That means I have in each Excel, five sheets are there and total five Excels are there. How many data sets are created? 25 data sets are created. No, I don't want to do like that. If I pull 25 data sets, mean the performance of the report also decreases, right? That's the reason I don't want to do like that. My scenario is how many Excels are there? How many sheets are there? Okay. All the Excel sheets are combined into one data set. That final data set, we need to pull it into Power BI. You understand my question or not? That means all the 25 sheets data need to combine into one data set. Then that data set, we need to pull it into Power BI. How can we do this one? You understand my scenario or not? Actually, the problem why I'm implementing this one, suppose there are multiple Excels are there, multiple sheets are there. If I'm pulling each sheet data will create one data set. Okay. So if I pull like five Excels it is. In future, 10 Excels are there. Then how many data sets are created? 50 data sets are created. In future, 20, 100. Like that, it will increases. Okay. When the data sets are pulling like this, the memory for the data set is occupied and it will occupy more memory for the data set. Understand clearly or not? What will happen? So if the data set, if you pull that one, if you are pulling a data set, what will happen? Memory is allocated for the data set. Understand? And more memory is occupied for each and every data set. My scenario is I don't want to do like that. How many sheets you have it? How many Excels are there? All the sheets data you have to combine into one data set. That data set only we need to pull it into Power BI. But if you want to implement this scenario, okay, means one rule must and should required. What is that rule? Column names, data type must and should be same in all the sheets. Data, whatever data you have it, don't worry that one. Okay. Different data you have it in each and every column. Don't worry. But must and should what you required it? In all the Excels, in all the sheets, column name, data type must and should be same. Then only we can implement this concept. Understand? Suppose in one sheet, 3 columns are there. In another sheet, 4 columns are there. In another sheet, 5 columns are there. In another sheet, 10 columns are there. Can we apply this concept? No, we cannot implement this concept. We can implement this concept. When we implement this concept means column names, data type must and should be same in all the sheets. Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? When you want to implement this concept means, see how we can combine multiple Excel sheets into a single data set. This concept, when we can implement, whenever we have all the column names, data type must and should be same in all the sheets. In Excel sheets, if the column name, data type must and should be same. Data, whatever it may be. Suppose, for example, ID column is there. In the first sheet, like 1, 2, 3 is there. Okay. In the second sheet, I have like 25, 26, 28, like that it will be there. With the different type of data also, it will accept it. But column names, data type must and should be same. Then only we can implement this concept. Remember, understand clear or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. So if you want to implement means, first what you have to do is whatever Excels are there, those all the Excels you have to keep it in one folder. What is that? In your local system, you have to keep all the Excel sheets into one folder. You have to keep it. See, this is how. That means in that folder, no other files will be there. Only Excel files need to be there in that particular folder. Remember this point. What is that? See here. Suppose, for example, see here, I have a folder is this one, combined files folder name. Okay. In this folder, I will have only those Excels. You can take n number of Excels, not only one or two, n number of Excels you can take. Understand or not? But see here, in that, in this particular folder, only Excel files will be there. Don't put other files like notepad files, other JSON files, some other files. Don't keep it here. In this folder, you have to keep whatever Excels you have it, those all the Excels you have to put it in this folder. Understand clearly or not? Once you have it, all the Excels in this folder, then you have to start implementing this concept. How can we implement this concept means, suppose for example, see here. Okay. So first, what you need to do? First requirement is column name, data type must and should be same in all the sheets. First, you have to check that one. Okay. And second point is you have to keep all the Excels in the one folder. Okay. After that, what is the next step you have to do? See here, under there is a new source is there or not? Under the new source, there is an option called, what is that option? There is a source called folder. What is that? You have to select the data source as folder and click on OK. Right here. And after this, click on browse. Where that folder is there, you have to select that particular folder path. Where that it is there in the desktop. What is that one? Combine files is the folder. Under the combine files folder only Excel is there, right? That folder you have to select it. Suppose under this folder, again, one more folder is there. In that folder, the Excels will be there. Okay. Then you have to select that particular folder. Under that particular folder, what Excels are there, that related folder, you have to select it here. Understand? See here and click on. Okay. Here, click on. Click on. You have to click on transform data. Don't click on combine files option is there. Don't click on. Click on transform data. See here. So actually, see here. What is this one? Name. Under the name, what it will be there here? Huh? What are these? Under the folder, Excels are there. Those Excel names these are. Understand or not? See here. Go to the folder, combine files. In the combine file, what is the Excel file names it is? Excel 1, Excel 2, right? Same here also it is there. These are the, in this name itself, Excel names, Excel names it is. Okay. But data, where the data will be there? Under the content. Because when you are choosing complete folder means it is in binary format, it is there. You have to convert into proper Excel format. Okay. Actually, where the data will be there? In content. What is this one? Names, Excel names. Remaining columns are, see here, extension, date modified. That means these Excels in this folder, in which date you are putting that those Excels, that date only here it will be appeared. See here, 1/8/2022. And what time it is the that it is. Understand clearly or not? In that particular folder, what are all the other related columns also, that also it will appear here. Understand clearly? But these are all the columns are not required. But if you require, like when the Excel file is placed in that particular folder, if you want to, then you have to take the date modified column. Otherwise, date modified column is not required. So what are the columns are required in this one? Only you will have content column. Another one is name column. These two is enough. Remaining columns are not required. So what I have to do, I have to keep these columns. Remaining columns I want to remove. How you can remove it? Right click on this one. You will see an option called remove other column. Other columns only I want to remove it. Okay. Now here, if this is required, you can keep it. Otherwise, if you want to remove this column also, that is fine. But for these are the Excel names. That means from which Excel how much data is coming. If I want to know, then only I keep it here. Otherwise, not required this column also. Only this column is enough. Content column is enough. Understand clearly or not? Remaining columns, if you want to remove it because only the data will be there in content. Understand clearly or not? Now, so actually, The data will be there in this content column, but actually the data won't be there in this content. How the data will be there? In a binary format, data will be there. You have to convert that binary format into Excel format. So how you can convert it? See, you have to write some M language formula. In add column, there is a custom column is there. In that custom column, you have to write M language formula. What is that M language formula? See here, there is an option called Excel dot. What is the option? Excel dot workbook. Okay. So in that, which column you have to select it? Content, because the data will be there in content, right? See, this is an M language formula. Excel dot workbook. Inside the function, which binary column is there, that you need to pass it. What is that binary column? Content. Double click on that one. Automatically, that column, it will comes here. Close the bracket and click on. See here, this binary data is converted into which format? It is table format. Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? Now, this column and this column is required. This column is not required, right? You have to remove this column. Because with that binary column is generated from this column, right? Not required remaining column. So you have to click on this drop down and you click on drop down. And okay. Now see, under the Excel, what are these sheet names? Suppose, see here, in this particular Excel, this is Excel, right? When you click on open this Excel, see here, January 2022, February 20. There are two different sheets. See here, in each sheet, column names is same or not? This one. See here, when you come to here, is column names is same or not? Data is same. See, is data is same? No. If it is same also, we can consider it. If it is different data also, we can consider. But must and should column name, data type, must and should be same in all the sheets. Understand clearly or not? See here, that is, see here. Here, these are the sheet names. How many Excels are there? In each and every Excel, what are all the sheets are there? Those sheet names are pulling here. But where the data is there? In data tab. In data tab, our data will be there. So except these columns, this one, remaining columns, we can remove it. Understand or not? Now, so you can expand this particular data tab column. Click on under each and every sheet, what data is there, directly it is displaying. So first what you have to do is the first column name must and should be there in the column header. So you have to use first row as header option is there or not. Click on this one. Then see column names it is. In this one, you have to other sheets columns also it appear here. So you have to filter that column. What is that one? Click on this drop down and uncheck the ID column and click on this one. See here. Now these are the Excels. That means see here Excel ones. Under these Excels, sorry, one second. See here. Now see here. These are the Excel name. under the Excel names, what are the sheets are there? These are the sheet names. And under each sheet, what data is there? This is the data. If you want, you can check it out. Understand clearly or not? Don't worry. I will share all the important transform data questions as well as this eighth point. In that eighth point related, this one folder also I will share to you. If you want, you can try from your end. Understand? Okay. See here. This is how. Once again, I will explain you. Listen carefully. Suppose when you want to implement this concept means, first of all, if you have the different Excels are there, in all the Excel, there are different sheets are there. In all the sheets, if you have column names, data type, if it is same, then only we can implement it. Actually, because why we are implementing this one? See here, after combining all this one data set only it is there. But if you are pulling, actually, if you are pulling from the Excel, sheet wise we are pulling. That means one sheet will create one data set. Suppose if it is like 20 sheets are there. In all the Excel, the 20 sheets are there. That means 20 data sets are created in Power BI. That means if it is like that, if the data sets or sizes are increased, memory also increase, the performance is decreased. That's the reason to overcome this problem. What we have to do, we have to combine all the Excel sheet data into single data set. That data set, we need to pull it into Power BI. Single data set we need to. If you want to implement this concept, what are the requirements you required it? First, it is in all the sheets, column names, data type must and should be same. Data, whatever you want. See here, in each and every sheet, the data is different. Okay. Only column name, data type must and should be same. Second, what is the second option? You have to keep all the Excels in a folder. In that folder, no other files you didn't maintain into that one. Understand or not? Then what is the first step? Under the new source, what option you have to select it? Okay. And in that one, you have to select the folder. You can't connect it. Again, listen. Once again, I explained to you. What you have to select it? Folder path you have to select. Whichever and which folder my Excels are there, that folder path you have to select it. See here. Which option? Which option you have to click on? Transform data. Where our data will be there? Content. Remaining columns, if you don't require it, remove it. Suppose, for example, see here. Even Excel names also not required. Only data, whatever it is there. After this, what is the next option? See, in add column, you have to, because this is in binary format, under the custom column, instead of seeing that, please note it down here. Simply you're seeing you didn't. Excel dot, what is that formula? Excel dot workbook. Open the closing. What column it is? Double click on that one. That column automatically it will appear here. Click on OK. Column is generated, right? You don't require a content column. Remove this one. See, what is the next step? Expand this one. Click on where your data is there. In data tab, your data is there. Remaining columns, you don't require it. Expand again, expand this column. Understand? Click on this one. Click on. Okay. In that folder, what are all the Excels are there? In the Excel, in each and every Excel, what are all the different sheets are there? All the sheets data is combined into one data set. See here, what is that one? What is the next step you have to do? Use first row as header. After that, filter. You have to uncheck ID value. So, yeah. In name column also you can filter it. In name column, you have to uncheck the name. Okay. So now see all those Excel sheets data into combine into one data set. That data set only to prepare here. Is that clear or not? Understand clearly or not? Okay. What is the next option? How many ways we can change the data source? If you want to change the data, suppose for example, you are connected Excel, right? My Excel is there in D drive it is. Okay. After few months, it is changed that drive location. That means Excel is changed in E location, E drive. In E drive, it is changed. The same Excel file, the location is changed. Okay. When your location is changed in Power BI also, you have to change that one, right? You have to connect the correct path, right? Then where we can change the data source? Very good, Durga. What is that? Data source settings. In the data source settings, see, click on the data source setting. Whatever the existing path is there, that you have to select it. Click on change source. First to select that particular path. And after that, click on change source. In the change, after clicking on change source, see, click on browse. And wherever your Excel is there, you have to connect to that particular Excel. Understand? Select that particular Excel and we can go. Is that clear or not? This is one option. Another option is there any other option to change the source? What is that option, Chiranj? Sahu, Chiranjeev. What he is saying on the applied steps, there is a particular source is there. On that particular data set, there is a source is there, but not this is the one. What option is there? Another option. One option is under data source settings, you have to select the proper path and click on change source. That is the one option. Another option is advanced editor. In advanced editor also we can change the path or not. We can change here. Here we can change the path or not. I already explained to you. See, advanced editor is only for changing the path for each and every data source. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear? Next question. How we can identify which one is duplicate and which one is reference? What option it is? Which data set is duplicate? Which data set is reference? How we can identify? What is that option? There is an option called, what is that option? See, in view tab, there is an option called query dependencies. Don't forget this one. What is this one? Query dependencies. Understand? Okay. How we can remove the columns, you know, right? How we can remove the columns? Right click. If you want, right click on that particular column, you can. If you want to remove multiple columns, how you can do that one? By using control plus click, first you need to select the columns, whichever columns you want to remove it. After that, right click on that particular column. You have to use remove columns. Remove other columns means? Remove other columns means? Unselected columns. You have to say directly unselected columns are removed. Understand or not? How to summarize the data? Group by. Very good. What is that? Group by is nothing but summarizing the data. How we can remove the spaces? What option? If you want to remove the spaces, what option? Huh? Under the format, there is an option called trim. Trim is the option to remove the spaces. Which option is removing the spaces here? Huh? Array. Which option it is there to remove the spaces? Trim option. Trim. Where the trim option is there? Under the format, trim option is there. How many ways to change the text to capitalize each word? Suppose, for example, in each and every word, starting character is capital, remaining all are smaller. Which option you have to use? See, in this transform data, there is a format option is there, right? Under the format option, what option it is? Capitalize each word option is very, very important. Capitalize each word. This option is important. How we can combine multiple columns into single column? What option is there? How we can combine multiple columns into single column? What option is there? Array, don't forget it here. Very important options. Huh? Merge columns. What is that? Merge columns. Merge columns are combining multiple columns into single column. Merge queries is different. Merge columns is different. Merge columns is combining multiple columns into single column. You have to use merge columns. Don't forget this option. Understand? So remaining options that we need to discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay. These three options are there. Tomorrow we need to discuss these options. Understand clearly or not? Okay. Okay. Today I will share the document. Okay. Check it once. And one more important point is tomorrow it is online, not offline. Okay. Tomorrow class it is online, Tomorrow we need to discuss once again complete transform data, each and every option once again. What this option will do, what this option will do, each and whichever is important, those only we need to cover. Tomorrow we need to discuss only those options. Monday onwards, what is the new topic it is? DAX functions, very, very important. Please don't miss those 10 classes. Understand? Any doubts in this one? Okay. So we can stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. Bye, guys.